Hey everyone, and welcome. Have you ever noticed how the way someone says something can totally change how you feel about it? Well, today we are diving into a super powerful communication tool that shows how you say it can be just as important as what you say. Let's just jump right in. Okay, so I've got a quick choice for you. I'm going to give you two phrases, and I just want you to think about which one sounds better to you. Ready? So which is it? A rule limits freedom or a rule protects safety? Now, here's the wild part. Both of these could be talking about the exact same rule. But man, they feel completely different, don't they? One sounds like a restriction, the other sounds like a good thing. And that is what this is all about. The fact, the rule itself, stays the same. But by choosing which part of it to focus on, you can completely change how people react to it. This amazing technique, it's called framing. So let's break it down. What exactly is this powerful idea of framing? At its core, it's actually pretty simple. Framing is all about presenting an idea from a specific point of view. You're not changing the facts, you're not making stuff up, you're just choosing the lens that you want your audience to see the facts through. And you know, this is why framing is such a game changer, especially in things like debates or arguments. That first impression is everything. The frame you pick literally sets the stage for the entire conversation. It can be the difference between someone being on your side or tuning you out right from the start. Okay, to really see how this works out in the real world, let's use a classic example, one you might be pretty familiar with, the big debate over school uniforms. So if you're arguing against school uniforms, you might use this frame. It immediately focuses the entire conversation on things like individuality, creativity, and freedom. It gets the audience thinking about what students might be losing if they all have to dress the same. But you could totally flip the script. If you're arguing for uniforms, you could use this frame instead. Now, all of a sudden, we're talking about fairness, about community, about taking away the social pressure of having the right clothes. It gets the audience thinking about what might be gained. And there it is. Look at that. The exact same topic, school uniforms. But we have two totally different arguments, just based on the perspective we choose. Neither one is more true than the other, right? They just shine a spotlight on different parts of the same issue. That's the power of framing. Okay, so we get what it is, but how do we actually use it well? And just as important, how do we use it in a way that's, honest? Well, think about it. Anytime you're trying to get a point across, you have a goal, right? You want to persuade someone or inform them or get them excited. Smart communicators think ahead. They pick a frame that supports their goal and connects with their audience. They're always asking, which angle is going to make my message land the best? But, and this is a really, really important rule, the whole point of framing is to make things clearer. It's to help people see an issue in a new or more focused way. It should never be used to twist the facts or to mislead people. So remember, good framing clarifies, bad framing deceives. All right, enough of me talking. Now it's your turn to give this a shot. Let's do a quick little challenge and put this new skill to the test. Okay, here's the statement. Homework takes time. It's true, but it sounds kind of neutral, maybe even a little negative. So how could you reframe that to sound more persuasive, maybe even positive? You could try something like, homework reinforces classroom learning, or maybe, homework builds strong study habits. Go ahead, pause for a second and see what you come up with. Awesome work on that challenge. Now, just to make sure these big ideas really stick in your brain, let's lock them in with a quick pop quiz. All right, first question. What is framing? Is it A, changing facts, B, presenting an idea from a perspective, or C, speaking faster? And moving right along to question 2, why does framing matter so much? Is it A, it shapes audience reaction, B, it adds evidence, or C, it removes logic? Okay, let's check those answers. For question 1, the correct answer is B, presenting an idea from a perspective. And for question 2, it's A, it shapes audience reaction. The whole point is using a specific viewpoint to guide how people feel and think about something. And just like that, you've got it. You now understand one of the most essential tools in all of communication. Knowing how to choose your perspective is really the secret to making your ideas more persuasive. So, I'll leave you with a final question to chew on. How are you going to use framing to make sure your own great ideas get heard? Think about it. Next time, we're going to build on this and talk about how to create a genuine connection with your audience. I'll see you then.